Hey, Kat.
Hi.
Hi, good to see you. So sorry we didn't let you in last time. That's ridiculous.
I was like, and then I was like, I don't know how to get let in if,
Normally I try to check my texts and stuff. Hey, Michelle. I just, I wasn't the
host.
I was coming in late after something, so I was already a little like, not sharp, not focused.
I was only like 2 minutes late, but
Well, that's Mollie's fault because she's the one who let people in, and
maybe she just doesn't like me.
maybe
Or she thinks I'm suspicious. She's like, that's a bomber.
Like, she's confused about what your name is, clearly. But that's she used to say Kathy, and I was like, is Kathy here? Because there is Kathy, and I was like, oh, she means cat. Got it.
I was like, I think she means me. So
yeah, she's name challenged at any rate. Hey, Michelle. Oh, we got all the professors here.
Aha.
You two know each other?
Are you Kat?
Hi, how are you?
What are you professor of?
English.
Oh, right on.
What about you?
Science educator. I teach teachers.
Ah.
Science, whoop whoop.
Science is good stuff.
Love it.
She teaches, but she's a pedagogy professor.
Right. Yeah. Teaching teachers. I'm sure that's extra interesting right now. So
yeah, I just got off an all-day meeting with other teachers like myself across the CSU system. I have a huge National Science Foundation grant, and so we were sharing strategies of like, how do we deal with this business online? And I literally made
so hard.
I made 100 math science kits the last 2 weeks to hand out yesterday to my incoming students. So they could have something in their hands. So
yeah. My sister's a biology professor, and she's going to have to teach 1,800 person intro to bio in the fall.
1,800?
Yeah. And she's like, yeah, well, and there's also questions around, how labs will work. Like, how do you teach someone how to use a microscope when they can't touch a microscope or, they.
Yeah, I know. People that don't do science don't always get that. Like, oh, you can just watch a video. I'm like, do you want to have a nurse that gives you an injection with never ever giving you an injection? No.
That's not a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think at my school they may be having people come in to do the labs.
Yeah, we're doing.
Yeah. That's like the only stuff they're gonna have people come in and do.
I think that's how it's going to be at Davis too. Yeah. It's like, because we got these surveys about, like, can this be done online? Can it not? And I think like the questions were such that like we'll try to get some labs at least going, and like studio arts, so sculpture or whatever.
Yeah, all those touchy things. Yeah,
touching things classes.
Crazy people. Oh wow. Oh, and give your sister a shout out. It's crazy. I know.
Yeah. I was like, oh, better you than me.
I know. Let's try, but we can do it. We can do it. That's why I need this kind of class to
burn off the stress of that kind of class.
Ah, yes. Coach Mollii, how are you?
Mollii.
You tired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Everyone's beat.
How's everybody?
Yeah. Tired.
Can we just have a nap class?
Yeah. Well, I'll need the exercise. It's good. My grades are due tonight.
Oh
yeah.
They were supposed to be due last night, but then the email system crashed, so they gave us an extra day. And yesterday, all I did was grade, and I was like planning to just bust it out somehow. So of course, once I found out we had that extension, I was like, no, I have a few more to grade after this. Yeah, I know. I was supposed to do Molly's class on Tuesday night, and that was gonna be my hour break from grading. And since it was like 90 degrees out, I was like, if I try to do that class, I won't keep working after at 7.
It was pretty hot.
Yeah. I was like totally like beforehand, I was like, it'll be fine. Even if I'm still working, I could use the break. But during that day, I was like, if I try to exercise till 7 and then keep working.
I'm just gonna call it quits. No, I feel for you. That's why Sunday I was like, oh my God, I need a break.
Yeah, it was good. It's always good. Yeah.
Same thing. My nervous system was like, whoa.
Where's everyone else?
I know. I don't know. There were a lot of people on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's good. I saw. And I was supposed to go to Jamal's class yesterday morning, and I just forgot. I don't like that time at all.
8 is not a good time.
8?
No, tight. Yeah. And like, I'd rather be 8 than any other time in the day, basically, I guess, since Kara's coming. Since, you know, at least it's not breaking up the day, but I like this time, you know, I like afternoon, evening.
Yeah,
But like, if it's morning, I mean, I guess at least it's not like 11 and just break up your whole day, but I completely spaced it. It was night and I took a walk with my friend and I was like, this might be a good spot to do Tai Chi. And I was like, shit, Tai Chi. I was supposed to do Tai Chi this morning.
Is it 8 in the morning or 8 at night?
It's at 8 in the morning. And like, you know, Jamal, I love Jamal, but his classes are like a little unfocused and it kind of gets my day off to a weird start. Like 8 in the morning, like I'm not ready to be like, wait, what are we doing now? What? Like,
You want to be like, just do it.
yeah. Or like, do this movement. Now do this movement. You know, just like real, like, I don't want to have to think about it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo, all right.
All right. Woo.
It might be just us. Okay.
We got Kara though.
I know.
Hey, welcome. Good to see you.
Kara was here on Tuesday.
It's great to see everybody. I miss the gym so much.
Miss you too.
Oh,
We totally miss you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready, Coach Molly.
Okay, let's go.
Ready for you.
All right, let's do our ankles and our wrists. Let's try like creating a fist with your hand while you're doing this, right? Rotate, just bringing your attention to your wrists as you're making a circular motion with your wrists. And then bring your attention also to your ankle while you're doing this. Okay, a couple more. And switch. Good, let's go to the other side. Couple more. 1, 2, switch. And let's go ahead and come to our knees, buckle it in, forward, out, back. And one more, switch. Okay, so come up and then we're gonna do a different version of our hip rotation. So go ahead and lean your weight a little bit to your left leg, and then you're gonna lift your right leg off the ground, just slightly off the ground. And you wanna, posture in such a way where you're kind of center. And from here, you're gonna rotate your hips, right? And your leg, this mat is like really soft and unstable. Hold on a second. Okay, so you're gonna keep the leg, the foot kind of centered here, right? You don't want to, as you're moving, you don't want this leg that's off the ground shifting around. So you want to kind of have them right next to each other while you're doing this. I'm going to do 2 exercises, and so keep that position there as much as possible. So now from here, you're going to rotate your hips. So draw like a circular motion with your hips. Right? Yeah, it definitely challenges the balance, especially when it's like on the mat like this. Okay, and then we're gonna switch and rotate, right? Your hips. Switch direction, right? Then come back to center, and then from here, again, you wanna keep that leg position here, and you're gonna tilt your pelvic bone forward and then come back and hinge the hips and then come down, right? So I'm going to come a little farther so you can see. So tuck the tailbone and then hinge. Don't move the right leg. Keep it where it's at. Back down. And then again, hinge. And then go ahead and put that right leg down. Left leg comes off the ground slightly. And we're going to rotate just our hips in one direction. And switch. And go ahead and tuck your tailbone in. And then go ahead and hinge at the hips. Come back. Tuck the tailbone. Hinge at the hips. Back up one more time. Okay, place that right leg down. Let's go to our shoulders. And switch direction. Fingertips on the top of your shoulders, and you're gonna use your elbow, draw circles. You want to reach your elbow up high, come down, and then bring it to the back, up high, in one direction, and switch. Okay, elbows. And switch. Clasp your fingers together, forearms together, and rotate one direction. Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. Boom, 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 boom. And slow it down and switch direction. Keeping your forearms next to each other. Speed it up. Okay, slow it down. Shake it off. Let's do a neck. One direction and switch direction. All right. And from here, let's get ready. I want to do some raising exercises. Let me get the timer ready. Okay, so we're gonna do, let's do high knees, right? And you can stay in one position and do this, or in your area. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna be calling out the sprawls, and you're gonna sprawl, and you can have an option of sprawling, boom, where your hand comes out and your hips go forward, or you can sprawl to one side, the left, or to the right, okay? Switch them around if you can. All right, let's go. Sprawl. Back up. Sprawl. Up. Sprawl. 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 it off. Ooh, that's loud. Ignore that. Okay, so next one, look. Switch your legs and your arms, right? And I'm gonna call out sprawls in between. Go. Sprawl. 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 Out. All right. All right, we're gonna do side shuffle. If there's limited space, you can do 1, 2, 1, 2. Stay really low, right? And let's see. When I say go, let's swipe the floor, right? And then sprawl. So it's and I go boom, boom, and I say go, swipe, sprawl, come up. Boom, 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 go, swipe, sprawl, and come up. Okay. So very low, and you're looking forward. Boom, boom, back and forth. Go. 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 Okay, one more. Let's do back kicks and burpees. So when I say burpees, right, let's do burpees. Okay. So you can stay in one place, or move around. Burpees. 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 All right, go ahead and take a sip of water. All right, just come back. You have your hands in your hips, right? Your legs, the width of your shoulders. Go ahead and inhale and come down. Exhale. Touch your palms on the ground. And go ahead and just hang your head and your torso. Get really relaxed and heavy with your upper body. And then go ahead and bend one knee, bend the other knee, back and forth. And then from here, let's walk our hands out into a plank, right? Into a plank. And take a deep breath as you exhale. Slowly lower yourself down as slow as you can. Flatten your toes. Bring your hands to your chest and push up. Leaving your hips on the mat. Look back. Try to straighten your arms. Separate your ears from your shoulders. You can go ahead and turn and look at your right foot. And then turn. Look at your left foot. Sit back. Okay, come and walk your hands out. You're gonna come into your belly here, right? I'm gonna adjust so you're gonna come into your belly. And from here, let's go ahead and turn, lift our right side up and glide your left leg up, and you're gonna come into an S mount here, right? So from here, let's switch our base a little bit, right? And we've been working on kind of a different hip switch where your legs, you're gonna try to bring your legs up as high as possible and posting your hand. So it looks like this. You're gonna post your hand the same side as your leading knee here. Right? So here, you're gonna post, lean, straighten, abs really tight. And then you're gonna switch your hips to the other side. Boom. Right, so that's the move. So let's start here. I wanna do 5 per side. So 1, 2, high as you can, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From here, let's have our hands in front, and I'm gonna come off. I'm gonna come up and lift my hip up from here, and I'm gonna switch now my hips, right? So it looks like this. I'm gonna go boom, switch. But I want you to think about, like, when you land, try not to land on the ground loud. You wanna be, you want it soft and in control, right? As you go boom, and then coordinate your breathing. So take a deep breath and then exhale as you in the middle of your switching. Okay, so we're here. Let's get ready. 5 per side. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now I'm gonna step my back leg right to the, it's not straight ahead. I'm really switching to the side here. Hands up, and then I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go switch side to side. Okay, so we start here. So 10 per side. Let's go 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Now kick that leg back. And now from here, look, I'm gonna come up first, let's do this drill first. So I'm gonna step up, and as I come up to my knee, I'm gonna pivot my leg back and kickstand my knees. So here, I'm gonna boom, kickstand my toes, sorry, right? So I'm here, I'm gonna go boom, and I'm gonna come up, boom. And then I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna switch, and I repeat, right? So let's do that together. So go 1, that's 1, and then switch, 2, switch, 3, switch, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we stay up here, right? And from here, like I'm gonna come up into a squat, low squat. And then I'm gonna go back, boom. And then I'm gonna switch, I go boom, and I come into a low squat. And I go back, switch, do 5 per side, go squat, and then I go back. A lot of legs, a lot of legs. I don't know what the count is. I'm counting on you guys to count that out. So when you're done, come into that low squat. Good. So from here, go ahead and put your forearms on your thigh and just turn side to side here. Right. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a backward, shuffle, right? Like in jiu-jitsu, you gotta have your arms in, elbows in, and you're looking, you're not looking down, you're looking at your opponent. So you're gonna shuffle 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hands on the mat, and you're gonna hop 2 times. So 1, 2, you should be kind of where you were before, and then you're gonna stay low, eyes looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the mat, boom, boom, looking forward. Okay, so let me get the timer going. Sweating like crazy over here. Sorry, I gotta change the timer. Okay, go. So low squat, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 hops, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Going. Shake it out. Shake it out. And now the mat keeps moving. Okay. And now, right, we're going to go back to that squat and we're going to do lateral monkey. So what it looks like is, let me see. I'm going to go first squat and I'm going to put my hand down first. And look, I'm going to jump, but I'm going to touch the mat. Once I touch the mat with my far leg first, right? So I go boom here, I jump and the far leg touches first. So boom, far leg touches first. If I go this way, boom, my far leg touches the ground first. This one, boom, right? So we're gonna do back and forth. Let's get ready and go. All right, shake it out, take a sip of water, and we're gonna continue on the ground. All right. Okay. So the first one we're gonna do is, right, in Jiu-Jitsu, bridging. One of the most fundamental move is bridging, and we use bridges a lot of the times on the bottom to kind of for escapes. So it's really important to bridge. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the concept of bridging. You want to imagine somebody on top of you, like mounting you, right? Like in other sports or martial arts, you know, like gymnastics or I don't know, other sports, bridging in other sports have different kind of purpose, and in jiu-jitsu we bridge to kind of off balance our partner and get them off of us, right? If we do normally in gymnastics, you bridge like this, right, up and down. If we do that in jiu-jitsu, we're just carrying them with the weight, right? We carry the weight up and then they come down and we carry the weight coming down. So for us, it's more kind of misdirecting, like directing their weight, which is the center of the weight is on top of us, off to the side so they're a little bit lighter and we can escape, right? So with that said, right, so we want to bridge properly. So from here, look, I'm going to have my arms T-Rex here. Typically, I'm going to have my head up, right? And I'm going to bring my heels close to my butt here. and I'm gonna bridge up and to the side. It's not up, right? If I do up, I'm just carrying them on me, and then when I come down, they're still on me, right? So I want to displace. That's the word. You want to displace your partner and their energy off of you so that they're light and you can recover. Boom, boom, right? So the power bridge in jiu-jitsu is hip. It's not so much as the height of the hip, but the torque of your hip, right? So we want to bridge and go off to the side. So it's like we're displacing the weight that was here to the side. So to do that, look at my legs, right? I'm going to come up, and whatever direction I'm bridging towards, that knee is tilting towards the mat here. And when I'm hanging out in this position, it's really just 3 points that's on the mat, right? My foot, my left foot, my right foot, and my right shoulder here. So I want to sit off the mat, and my hips are easily movable here, right? Not only that, my eyes is really important, right? My eyes have to look back, right? If I bridge here, my bridge is very limiting if I have my head kind of lined up with my neck and my shoulder. So I want as much torque, right, as much as possible. And to do that, my eyes will look in the direction. I'm going to look back, right? So I'm going to look back while I'm doing this. Look, my knee, that knee is touching the ground in the direction that I'm going, right? So we want to come up and look back, right? So when you end up in this position again, you're basically on 3 points, your feet and your shoulders. So I want you guys to do 5 per side. So, and I'm going to check you out while you're doing this. So give that a try. Yeah, you want to imagine. So, yeah. So, yeah, great. So, Kara, the knee in the direction that you're going, right? If I'm going in that direction, that knee tilts almost touching the ground, right? If I'm going to go the other side, my knee's going to boom. So it's kind of like a 90-degree here, right? So give that a try. Yes, nice. Good, hip up. Good job. Everybody did really well. Okay, so that's the power bridge. So you want to imagine, you know, somebody on top of you. You don't want to bridge like this and then come down, right? The weight is just you're really like exerting a lot of energy. You're going up and down. So you want to displace the energy, right? And then you can come in and recover with your legs, right? So I want you to try a couple times where you're gonna bridge up, right? Where you're on 3 points, and then you're gonna kind of bring your legs in between your arms here, and then you're gonna shift to the other side, and then you're gonna bridge, and then imagine, right? You're gonna bring your hips like back to your shoulder and bring that knee in between your legs. So you're gonna bridge and then bring the knee in between your arms, and then you're gonna shift to the other side and then bridge and then curled in, bring the knee in between the, was that, I wasn't sure if that was like, oh, you could see it, okay. All right, give that a try, just a few times. So bridge and then, yes. So bring the knees in even farther, Karin, yeah. Yes, good job. So Michelle, you could even torque to the side a little bit more, yeah. Good, Kara, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. Good job. So now we're going to combine. So what you just did was like a combination of really power bridge and shrimping or power shrimp, right? What you just did. So you can combine the regular shrimping, which we all learn pretty much, you know, where you're here and you're just the sliding shrimp. So you can combine that. Let's start with one side, right? You're gonna bridge and do power shrimp. And then you're gonna switch to the other side and then regular shrimp, right? And then come back and do the other side, power shrimp mixed with regular shrimp. So again, this is power shrimp where you're on 3 points, your hips are up, and you're gonna go boom, bring your knee between your arms here, and then you're gonna switch to the other side. And then you're just gonna do a regular shrimp, which is like, you know, you're on your side and your hips is on the mat and you're just gonna push out of the way. Yeah? So mix those two together. Do 5, do like, you know, 5 per side. Give that a try. Okay. It's all about the shrimp today, right? So another shrimping that we do that I feel like, especially when I was coming up, or in general, it's not taught or talked about, but it's really important, and it's a reverse shrimp, right? So again, when we do normal shrimp, it's our heels to our butt, and we get to our side, right? And then we push. It's a pushing motion with our legs, boom, out of the way, right? Now, reverse shrimp is the opposite. It's a pulling with your toes, right? So look, I'm gonna do it in this, I hope this shows this angle. So I'm here, and look, I'm gonna go step my toes out to the side. So boom, out to the side like this. Look, my toes are active. And from here, I'm gonna pull myself towards my foot. So it's like this. I'm gonna step it out, right? Let's exaggerate today. Like we're gonna open our leg out like this with our toes, and we're gonna see at one point it's gonna be, I'm gonna be off the mat, right? And the only thing that's in contact with the mat is my 2 feet, my feet and my shoulder here, and my hip is mobile, and then I'm pulling forward, right? And then out, and I'm pull, and then out to the side, and I'm pull. And when you notice that when I'm pulling, I'm here, I start out here with my leg post, the other leg out, and I'm posting with my toes. When I pull, this leg kind of come off the ground, right? I'm gonna pull. So I notice that what I do is a little bit, not only do I pull with my toes, but I'm pushing off with this too. I get in a side angle and I'm gonna pull, but I'm gonna push, boom, kind of launching myself forward, right? So it's more like a pull and a little push. So give that a try. I think we don't practice enough. Yeah. So leg out to the side. Yes, Michelle, nice. So do 10 total per side. Ooh, Kathleen, that's awesome. Good. Yes. So Kathleen, tilt your hip a little bit. Your hip is kind of square like this, and you want to go on the side here. Boom, and side. You see that? You're more like this. I want you to be more leaning on the side of extend the leg here, and then pull, turn, right? Extend your leg, and then pull. I don't know if I got off the screen, but so more like boom. I get on my side, I'm gonna pull, and then I'm gonna turn, boom, on the side, and pull. So just, some of there's different situations that we would use that. One of the ways is like somebody's on our side control here, right, blocking, and we need to, and they're collapsing on knee or whatever, they're all here on the side and they're collapsing on knee. You could bring your leg and boom, pull out away from them, and then turn and bring your knee in, and then recover, right? Does that make sense? Let me see if I can get it. I don't have a doll here. Hold on, I'll be right back.
She is coming back with a small child for sure.
No, it's not fun. Okay, so let's say somebody is like kind of, on your side here, right? And blocking your hips or whatever, and your head here, right? And either they're collapsing, like sometimes they have the leg in between you and they're collapsing here, or they're just on here and you need to get away, right? Sometimes you can't bridge the normal way, and sometimes you need to get away, so you're gonna go boom like this, like move out with your shoulder, boom, and then recover and bring your knee in between them like this. Does that make sense? Yeah. So that's one of the ways that you would use that. You want to go boom, get out, and then come back with the knee blocking. Yeah? Okay. I tried my best.
I thought you were coming back with a knee.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions?
I had to put my shirt on. That was.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm like, ow.
Yeah. Yeah. On the carpet too. Oh my gosh.
Burns.
Yeah.
Mat's one thing, but carpet's like, I was like,
Hey,
oh.
it's pretty rough on the mat. I mean, my shoulder's kind of raw, and I was watching you guys. So, any questions?
No, thank you. That was awesome.
Okay, good.
All right, so take a couple minutes, grab some water, and then we'll kickbox.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks, Molly. Let's see. Hey, Talia. All right, let's get started. Talia wasn't skipping Mollie's half on purpose. She messaged and said that she was stuck somewhere, and I'm like, come in for the second part.
Oh yeah, no, it's nice to see you.
So why should you think she was ducking out? All right, so let's start. Let's do this foot thing to start. So
I love that.
Okay. So you could sit on the floor. This is a foot warm up, and thinking maybe actually we should do. Let's do a different thing first, and we'll get back to the foot warm up. We're gonna do it, but I want to do the foot warm up before we do a more foot thing. So let's start with a couple shoulder things because I want us to just do a shoulder thing first. So so we'll do shoulder warm ups for the shoulder thing. So let's just start with the these moves. The first one is just the scapular lifts. We're just gonna do 30 seconds of those and then 30 seconds of the push-up version. So again, if you haven't done these, you are trying to, wait, I have it set up the right way. I can't see myself, hold on. Just fix my setup here, okay. You're trying to just extend from your shoulder blades. You're trying not to use your abs or arms at all. You're kind of locked in. This is all, it's not helping you. It could be locked in to keep it from moving, but you're not going like that or anything. You're just lifting shoulder blade, shoulder blade. If you do this right, it should actually really feel like a massage. It starts to feel really good. It activates all your muscles in between your shoulder blades. So we're gonna do 30 seconds of that, but then we're gonna do 30 seconds of a push-up version. So if you get started, I'm gonna set the timer, but you could start now. I get my 30 seconds set up. You can hold it up a little bit. All right, good. All right, break. And now we're going to flip over and do a push-up version of that. So these are scapular push-ups, so these aren't a full push-up. These are a push-up where I'm just using that same, I'm using my head here, I have to try to, if I look at the camera, I do it wrong, but I'm trying to just keep my arms straight and just use my shoulder blades contracting. So I'm just using that same motion of my shoulder blades, but now I'm using both directions, back and forward. So do 30 seconds of push-ups there. So again, you're not going all the way down. Your arms are locked out. You're just using your shoulder blades, contracting and retracting and protracting to lift you and lower you with your arms locked out. Trying to keep your body as stiff as possible. I'm still not great at it. Nice. Okay. And now we're going to do the other thing we do to work on reach and extension, which is the sit-ups. So these are the punching sit-ups. So I'm going to sit up. I'm going to punch kind of diagonally across. If someone were holding gloves for me, I'd be punching to their opposite side glove. So I'm going to punch, punch. So we're going to do 1 minute of sit-ups like those. So you're trying to initiate from your obliques, lift yourself up, and punch as high up as you can. So I don't want to just punch like that. I want to punch, and that twist will help me. So 1 minute of those. Your legs can be bent or straight, whatever you prefer. Good, set, okay, and go. Nice. Okay, so now we're gonna come up and we're going to do a few sets of punching sprints. So the way we're gonna do these, working on reach, then we're gonna do some footwork, pivoting stuff, and that's when we'll start that by working on our foot mobility a little bit. But you're gonna grab a chair. It could be anything. You just need a target. You know, if you have anything that's standing up that you can use as a target that you're punching over. It doesn't have to be any particular height either. It's just for reach. It's just for as a goalpost. So so what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw punches, and we're gonna let's do it this way. Let's do it. We're gonna do 3 30-second sprints. The first one you're gonna do at a comfortable range. So you're twisting your waist a lot. You're not really worrying about too much about your arm extension. The second one, you're gonna do a little further. The third one, you're gonna do as far as you can, still reaching over that target. Notice to do that, I have to really, I don't do it by leaning forward. I have to do it by twisting my waist and sinking down, actually sinking your legs. You can reach a lot further when you're sunk than when you're up. So you twist your waist better. So so we're gonna do, so it's be 30 seconds on. We'll start not with the sprint. We'll start with the relaxed. So 30 seconds relaxed punches in that position, and then 30 seconds sprints. So I'll walk you through all that. Basically, it's 30 seconds regular punching, 30 seconds sprints, and each set of those we're moving back a step. So start at your comfortable range. Okay. All right, so get set and go. So you're just punching at a comfortable, range. Do make sure to be moving your legs, hips. All right, a few seconds, 5 seconds. We're gonna sprint, get ready. Go, fast as you can. Keep going, fast as you can punch, twisting your waist with every punch. You can step your feet, that helps. Slow it back down, catch your breath, take like half a step back. Now you're a little farther, medium range. Get set, a few seconds. Go, sprint. Keep going, keep your pace up. Try not to get too closer to your chair. Try to stay where you were. Bring it back down, recover. Now half a step, you should be far enough that it's about as far as you can go while still getting your fist over the chair. Really use your waist to twist, your shoulders to extend, your glutes and legs to push each side forward. Get set. Last one, go. Fast as you can, long as you can. Keep your up, keep your pace up. When the bell rings, we're gonna slow it down. Just keep going. Slow it down. Just a few more seconds, just so we don't go from sprint to nothing. Catch your breath, still punching. All right, good. You shake your arms out, put your chair away. And now we'll do the foot thing. Oh, Kathy's coming in. So let's do, hi Kathy. Let's do so this foot thing is like this. So you're gonna take your foot, whichever foot you wanna start with. I do it better on my left, let me start with my left, just to show you. And you're going to, this is harder to do when I'm tired. You're going to flex your toes, and then you're going to bring your foot to a point, but your toes are flexed. So everyone do that. So I'm gonna flex my toes, and then I'm gonna bring my foot all the way pointed, this part, but my toes are still flexed. And now I'm gonna point my toes. Now I'm gonna bring my foot up to flexed with my toes pointed. I'm trying to really work this arch of my foot. You could think about the bottom of your foot is you're using that to claw your foot while you push your heel out. So once you get up as high as you can, then you can flex your toes. Flex your toes as hard as you can, and then come back to a point with your toes still flexed. And so when you do this, when you get to the, you should kind of go through it slowly, and then when you get to the bottom, you should do it as hard, all of this you should do as hard as you can. So like I'm flexing my toes as hard as I can, pointing my foot as hard as I can, and now I'm engaging all the muscles I can find to help me do this, and now I'm gonna flex my toes. So I'm not just like, if you have a good toe flex, like I can hold my toes like this, but you're trying to really actively use the bottom of your foot. And when you pull your foot up, you should be using the shin muscles to help you pull it up. Because a lot of the time we cheat, we just use our toes, but we can't use our toes. We have to really flex our foot. So I'm gonna bring my foot up with toes pointed, foot flexed, nice. And then Kara, the circus porter, has the craziest foot arch. Talia too, people who walk on bouncy things. And then bring your toes up. One more time, we'll come back down. So pointing your foot, but your toes are up. Point your toes, bring your foot up, toes pointed, but foot flexed. And you can flex your toes to end. Cool, all right, other side. So we're gonna start flex our toes, and then we're gonna point our toes down, or point our foot down, but leave our toes up till the very bottom. And then you can put your toes, and keeping your toes pointed, bring your foot up to flex. And flex your toes, back to point, toes up, foot down. And then point your toes, bring your foot up, keep the toes pointed. See how far you can lift your foot. Try to lift it as far as you can, opening up stuff in your calf, using these muscles in your shin, and then flex your toes. One more time, bring your foot down with toes flexed. And then point your foot, bring your foot up with toes pointed, up as far as you can, and flex your toes. Nice, good. And like I said last time, you can do this for, like, you can also do it the other direction. The person who taught me was calling it with the grain and against the grain. So you can do, point your toes and go down, flex and go up. You can try both variations. You can also try coming in at angles, but without turning your knee. So you're just turning your ankle. So this is really good for our feet. Okay, so now that we warmed up our feet, let's do, what time is it? We should just go right in this pivoting, right? Yes. We're gonna do some pivoting we were doing last time. Let's just do it together first again. So you're gonna get into your stance. So for most of you, it's gonna be, I'm standing southpaw, but hopefully that's mirrored to you. So you'll be standing orthodox or standing whatever your stance is. And then we're going to, this pivot, again, works like this. I step out towards I'm gonna pivot as though I'm circling somebody, moving towards my front foot. I'm moving towards my front foot, so I'm going like this. It would be that kind of pivot. This is a good pivot. This is especially good pivot if you're going against a southpaw or you are a southpaw. But it's also the more natural direction to pivot, kind of off your front foot usually. So, so when I step out, one tricky thing is to start this pivot, I might step my lead foot out a little bit to make room for my pivot, but I'm gonna pigeon toe. If I step out like a roundhouse kick, then I'm gonna have a way bigger pirouette pivot. So I'm not gonna step out like a roundhouse kick, I'm gonna step out with a pigeon toe. My toes are pointing towards my body instead of away from it. And then I'm gonna pivot onto that foot. So I'm facing the, you know, at a 45 or a 90-degree angle from where I just was. So let's do that together where we pivot at a 90-degree angle 4 times. So we'll just do it together. So you step out, pivot. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna not punch yet, but we're gonna, every time you pivot, I want you to think the second that you land that you're gonna throw a cross. So just meaning that you're keeping this side really engaged, so that when I pivot, start over here, when I pivot, this is like about to throw a punch. So we're not gonna throw the punch yet, but every time you pivot, when you land, like you flex your abs, you have this arm. It's not that you go like this, it's just you think of it. You think, I could punch right now. I'm putting energy into that side. So we're pivot, right when you land, you're thinking about, you would be returning across. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. This time now we're going to throw the cross, and we're going to throw a cross, hook, cross. So we're going to pivot, and then we're going to go cross, hook, cross. And I want you to really think about your feet that are all warmed up. You know, so I've pivoted, cross, hook, cross. So again, I pivot. As I land, the cross bounces right out of that land. I've sunk into my right, return my right. So let's do a set of those. So it'll be pivot, cross, hook, cross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Now we're going to incorporate that into one set of offense drills, or one set of defense drills and one set of offense drills. So the defense drill, kind of like what we were doing with Mollii, except a little different. We're walking backwards, except we're not going to switch our stance. You sometimes do that in, you know, Sancho and MMA, but normally in kickboxing, you don't switch your stance unless you have some reason. You're setting something tricky up. So we're going to back up 4 times, and then we're going to pivot. So we are going to move our upper body though, like we're slipping punches. So it looks like this. I'm going to do it sideways in a minute, but like it's going to be this kind of backup. So, you know, maybe the person's punching at me, slip, 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 slip. You don't want to back straight up most of the time in boxing and kickboxing, more than a few steps. Normally you probably wouldn't do this 4 times, you would do it twice or something. 4 is just for practice, but I would go, so once I've taken my steps back, pivot. So if somebody's punching at me, I don't want to be like, ah. So I'm going to be stepping, slip, 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 cross, hook, cross. So I'm as they're coming at me, I'm moving out of the way. So, you know, I might need to start backing up to get, you know, out of the way, make some room, take an angle. So, so you're going to do 4 steps backwards. Even though you're doing this kind of movement, you are keeping your lead leg forward. So I'm just stepping. You're going to slip right, left, right, left. So it's right, left, pivot, cross, hook, cross, then turn around, right, left, pivot, cross, hook, cross. So that's what we're gonna do for the round. So you slip to your right, left, pivot your right foot back, return, cross, hook, cross. Everyone got it? All right, cool. Get set. And go. Whatever that thing was, keep going. Whatever that thing was that you used to make your cross get ready when you went back, that's what you throw your cross from. That tightening that you used earlier. Ouch. Nice. So now we'll use it. How do we do it for? We'll just do a straight punches. So now we're going to use it offensively. So now we're chasing somebody, and they're backing straight up, and we want to take an angle on them and attack them from there. So maybe they're backing up like this, running backwards, and we want to get around them, or they're coming at us right when we start punching them. So we're going to come in, 1, 2, 1, 2. After my cross, well, you can see this, I think. After my cross, my second cross, jab, cross, I retract my cross. That helps my pivot. Cross, hook, cross. So again, jab, cross, retract the cross, pivot, cross, hook, cross. So you got this person, kind of backing up like this. You want to take an angle and hit them, from the side. Maybe set up a kick. So one more time. Jab, cross, retract the cross. Use that to pivot, cross, hook, cross. And you can turn around, go the other direction. So get set. And go. Nice. Good. It's good. So now we're going to incorporate kicks into that move, but we're going to warm our kicks up first. So grab the chair again or place in the wall where you can do the assisted side kick drill. And let's do this. We're gonna do 2 full minutes on each leg. I'll wait till you get your chair. Drink my water. So we're going to do 2 minutes on each leg, and we're not going to, normally the steps of the regular side kick are this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to add the stretch for the roundhouse kick. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and let's go 1, 2, 3. So when we're doing those ones, we point our toe. So the side kick has our toe flexed, our feet flexed. Really, you can pull your toes back, but you're really using that kicked out heel to kick the person. And then I'm gonna point my toes, and this is kind of like the end of a roundhouse kick. A good roundhouse kick looks like that. So it's you wouldn't throw the roundhouse kick from there, but it just stretches out the muscles for the roundhouse kick and uses the muscles for the roundhouse kick. So this is actually what you do for a side kick, but then I'm just gonna add this move. I'm really trying to push my hip through, so I'm trying not to be here. I'm trying to be very, my upward hip is pressing out. I'm trying to really, bow outward, stretch the front of my leg. So we'll do 1 full round each side. We'll do 1.5 minutes each side. So kind of in between a full round. So here, then 1, 2, 3, and come back. So halfway, it's gonna be a 3-minute round. We'll switch halfway through. So get set. I'll tell you what. At the end of it, you retract your leg, come down. You can put your foot down or, leave it up. And then as much as possible, you're going to try to keep your upper body up. I was leaning too much before, because in Sancho or MMA, when you throw a side kick, you don't want your head too low because it's easy to take you down. If my head's below my foot, you can imagine someone catches my leg, very easy to circle me down. A few more on this side. All right, switch to the other side. Same thing. Last one. And then you can put your chair away. You can put it away. We're done with it. Let's do, so we're gonna do 2 more sets of those pivot drills, and now we're gonna add a kick. So for the which one we're gonna do let's see. Let's do the side kick first. And let's do the side kick off of offense. So I'm throwing my 4 punches, 1, 2, 3, 4. I pivot back, cross, hook, cross, and I'm gonna throw a lead side kick, a left side kick for most of you. So I'm throwing a cross, a hook, a cross. Oh, actually, let's just do cross. Yeah, I'm gonna do cross hook, cross kick. So cross, hook, cross. No, let's do cross hook kick. We're gonna do cross hook kick. So we've pivoted, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull this back, and I'm gonna throw cross, hook, but instead of the last cross, I'm gonna throw this kick. The hook is turned knee sideways, my hip is facing right towards the person, kick. If they just stayed there, this would be too close, and I'd wanna throw the roundhouse kick. If I had pivoted around them, and they were just right there, I would throw this kick. But if they start backing up, then I would throw that kick. So it's more of a long range kick, so just so you know, would assume that the person, after I pivoted, they didn't like that. They started backing up. That's when I would throw the side kick. So one more time. Jab, cross, pivot, cross, hook, side kick. Jab, cross, pivot, cross, hook, side kick. Get set. Wait, and go. It's gonna ring again because that was 3 minutes, so don't worry, keep going. Okay. So it's the lead side kick, the left for most of you. Nice. All right, so last one is, now we're gonna use the defensive move. We're gonna pivot and end with a roundhouse kick, a right roundhouse kick. So I'm backing up, 1, so I'm backing up first towards my right, left, right, left. Remember, I'm not crossing my feet. I pivot, I'm gonna throw a cross hook, and now they're crowding me, they're still right there. So if they're crowding me too much, I can't throw a roundhouse kick, but I can if I'm close like this. If I'm at an angle like this. You know, if I'm right in front of a person, I can't, but if I'm off to the side, they're right here, I'm gonna throw the roundhouse kick at them. So I'm backing up, 1, 2, 3, 4, pivot, cross, hook, round kick. You can spin through on it because it's shadow boxing. Obviously, normally we hit the person. And there's nothing particularly, you could use either of those finishes, the side kick or the roundhouse kick, on either the offensive or the defensive ones, just practicing both of them. So it would depend on where the person went after you pivoted. So 1, 2, 1, 2, pivot, cross, hook, kick. The kick is a right roundhouse kick. So when I throw that right roundhouse kick, you know, I've pivoted and I've thrown cross, hook. I've turned my lead foot in, but now I'm going to step it out and kick around. So duck right, left, pivot, cross, hook, roundhouse kick. Get set, and go. All right, nice. All right, so let's grab a spot where you're going to sit for meditation. If you want to. Hi, Eve. Hi, Evie. Cats don't need to meditate. Very relaxed. Oh, hey, baby. She gotta do some kneading, blanket kneading. Yeah. Cats. I see how much my cats do that now that I'm home all day. I'm like, wow, you do that a lot. All right, so you could close your eyes, just take some deep breaths in through your nose. You could breathe out through your nose or mouth to start. If you breathe out through your mouth, if you're still trying to cool down or catch your breath. Then you could just become aware of the sounds around you. So trying not to focus on them or attach meaning to them, but just kind of allowing them to wash over you. Just noticing or just hearing what sounds are around you for a few breaths. Not really thinking about them, just letting them float by. And then you could just let go of thinking about sounds or noticing sounds. Just let your mind go all the way calm. Any thoughts that arise, you could just let them float by, not get involved with them. Take 3 more deep breaths in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. You can open your eyes, rub your hands together, trying to generate some heat between your hands, between your palms. And then you can rub back on your ears. Rub your palms together again. Now rub the back of your neck. And then clasp your hands, turn back one direction, look behind you. Other direction. First direction. Second direction. Then you can bring your feet out, your legs out in front of you. Rub your thighs. Rub your calves and shins. Rub your feet, the bottoms, tops in between these little bones and tendons. All right, awesome. Thank you guys. Thanks. Nice work. Very fun. How's everyone feel?
It's good.
Feel good? Good.
Thank you.
Good. Love pivoting. By the way, that pivoting, that's my favorite self-defense move for striking. Like, I always tell people, Mollii is, if people are like, you know, because you don't want to punch people in self-defense if you don't have to, but that pivot, that's like gold. Just, I mean, if people bugging you on the street, you're just like, oh, out, like pivot around and leave.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think all this for striking, I feel like so much of the best stuff for self-defense is the head, the slipping and the evading, you know, the footwork.
Mm-hmm. Footwork for sure.
Yeah. Hey, more kitties. So many kitties.
Oh my goodness.
Kara, were you carrying a cat around at some point in there?
Me?
I thought you were, but I wasn't sure.
No.
Not imaginary cat.
Yeah, I mean, you must get that, like, I really want a cat.
Ah, I saw
but-
your spirit cat.
Yeah. My roommate's really allergic, so we're not getting a cat. But my roommate did walk by with his dog, so maybe that's what you saw?
I thought that was what I saw.
Yeah,
Because I only saw it out of the corner of my eye, but I thought I saw someone pass by the screen holding a small
Yeah.
animal.
yeah,
I
exactly.
was like, I really thought I saw that.
Yeah, it's Pop-Tart. Yep.
Pop-Tart. Oh, that's so cute. That's a good
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Glad you were here.
Yeah, thank you, Molly.
Yeah,
Thank you all. Stay cool.
Thank
Stay
you.
safe.
Yeah.
Bye.
And I'll see some of you tomorrow, right?
Yeah, come tomorrow night. We're gonna do some birthdays.
Oh, yes, right.
6:30, 7:30. Come on.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
We're just coming to eat and watch.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll come in after,
Okay.
box.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna box it.
All right.
5:30
All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Bye.